Understanding the master-slave setup for motion lights is key to ensuring they function correctly. Here's a breakdown of how to wire them. Let's begin with the master light. Its green or red wire serves as the output to the slave lights. The black wire is the line wire, bringing power in. The white wire is the neutral wire, and the green wire is the ground wire. Now consider the slave lights. The green or red wire receives input from the master light. The black wire is again the line wire, providing power. The white wire is the neutral wire, and the green wire is the ground wire. To begin wiring, firstly connect the green or red wire from the master light to the green or red wire on all slave lights. This wire carries the signal that triggers the slave lights. Secondly, connect the black wire from the master light to the black wire on all slave lights. This ensures all lights receive power. Thirdly, connect the white wire from the master light to the white wire on all slave lights. This completes the neutral circuit. Fourthly, connect the green wire from all lights, both master and slave, to the ground wire, which is usually bare or green, in the electrical box. This is essential for safety. Now, how does it operate? When the master light detects motion, it sends a signal to the slave lights through the green or red wire. This signal tells the slave lights to turn on simultaneously with the master light. When motion stops, the master light turns off, and the slave lights turn off after a predetermined delay. It's important to remember a few additional notes. The master light must be configured to send a slave output signal. This setting tells the master light to activate the slave lights when motion is detected. The slave lights must be set to receive a master input signal. This setting allows the slave lights to respond to the signal from the master light. If the lights are not turning on simultaneously, carefully check the green or red wire connections. A loose or incorrect connection can prevent the signal from reaching the slave lights. Make sure all connections are secure and that no wires are touching each other. Short circuits can prevent the lights from functioning correctly and can be dangerous. Before you start any electrical work, firstly, turn off the power at the circuit breaker. This is a crucial safety precaution to prevent electric shock. Secondly, use a voltage tester to confirm that the power is off before touching any wires. Thirdly, if you are not comfortable working with electricity, consult a qualified electrician. Electrical work can be dangerous if not done correctly. Fourthly, use wire connectors that are appropriate for the gauge of the wires you are using. This will ensure a secure and reliable connection. Fifthly, carefully strip the insulation from the wires before making connections. Be careful not to nick the wires, as this can weaken them. Sixthly, when connecting the wires, twist them together tightly before applying the wire connector. This will create a stronger connection. Seventhly, after making the connections, gently tug on the wires to make sure they are secure. Eighthly, neatly tuck the wires into the electrical box, making sure they are not pinched or strained. Ninthly, install the light fixtures according to the manufacturer's instructions. Tenthly, turn the power back on at the circuit breaker and test the lights. If the lights do not work, turn the power back off and recheck all of your connections. Understanding wire colors is essential for safe and correct wiring. Black wires are typically used for the hot or line wire, which carries the electricity from the power source. White wires are used for the neutral wire, which returns the electricity to the power source. Green or bare copper wires are used for the ground wire, which provides a path for electricity to flow safely to the ground in the event of a fault. Red wires can be used as hot wires, often for switch legs or in three-way switch circuits. In a master-slave configuration, the red or green wire is used as a signal wire. It's important to always double-check your local electrical codes and regulations before starting any electrical work. Local codes may have specific requirements for wiring motion lights. Using the correct tools is essential for safe and efficient electrical work. Wire strippers are used to remove the insulation from wires without damaging the wires themselves. Pliers are used for gripping, bending, and cutting wires. Screwdrivers are used for tightening and loosening screws. A voltage tester is used to check for the presence of electricity. Electrical tape is used to insulate and protect wire connections. When working with electrical wiring, it's crucial to follow all safety precautions. Always wear safety glasses to protect your eyes from sparks or debris. Wear rubber-soled shoes to insulate yourself from the ground. Avoid working in damp or wet conditions. Never touch bare wires with your bare hands. If you are working on a ladder, make sure it is stable and secure. Don't overload circuits by plugging too many appliances into one outlet. If you notice any signs of electrical problems, such as flickering lights, burning smells, or sparking outlets, immediately turn off the power and consult a qualified electrician. Consider using a digital multimeter to test voltage and continuity. This can help diagnose wiring problems. Ensure the motion sensor's sensitivity is adjusted correctly to prevent false triggers. If the lights are triggering too often, reduce the sensitivity. If they are not triggering when they should, increase the sensitivity. Check the range of the motion sensor to ensure it covers the desired area. Consider the placement of the motion lights to avoid triggering by animals or moving objects such as trees. Use weatherproof fixtures and connections when installing motion lights outdoors to protect them from the elements. Inspect wiring and connections periodically to ensure they remain secure and in good condition. Replace any damaged or worn wires or components immediately. If you're unsure about any aspect of the wiring process, seek professional assistance from a licensed electrician. Remember that working with electricity can be dangerous if not done properly. By following these instructions and taking the necessary safety precautions, you can successfully wire motion lights in a master-slave configuration and enhance the security and safety of your property. Always prioritize safety and consult with a qualified electrician if you have any doubts or concerns. Remember to disconnect the power supply before undertaking any work on electrical installations. Always use appropriate safety equipment like insulated gloves and safety glasses. Ensure all connections are tight and secure to prevent loose wiring, which can lead to electrical fires or malfunctioning devices. Use electrical tape to insulate any exposed wiring after making connections. This prevents accidental shorts and potential hazards. Check the voltage rating of your lights and ensure they match the voltage of your power supply. Using lights with an incompatible voltage rating can damage the lights or create a fire hazard. Properly label all wiring to avoid confusion during future maintenance or modifications. This helps ensure that anyone working on the system understands the wiring configuration. Use a circuit tester to verify that the circuit is de-energized before beginning any work. This provides an additional layer of safety and confirms that the power is off. Keep a detailed record of your wiring configuration, including diagrams and notes. This documentation can be invaluable for troubleshooting and future reference. Regularly inspect your motion lights for signs of wear and tear, such as cracked lenses, damaged wiring, or corroded connections. Replace any damaged components promptly. Ensure that your motion lights are properly grounded to protect against electrical shock. Grounding provides a safe path for electricity to flow in the event of a fault. Use appropriate grounding connectors and ensure that the grounding wire is securely connected to the grounding terminal. Avoid running wiring through walls or ceilings without proper conduit. Conduit protects the wiring from damage and reduces the risk of electrical fires. Follow all applicable building codes and regulations when installing motion lights. These codes are designed to ensure the safety and integrity of electrical installations. Consult with your local building department or a qualified electrician if you have any questions about code requirements. Keep flammable materials away from electrical wiring and fixtures. This reduces the risk of fire in the event of a short circuit or other electrical malfunction. If you are using outdoor motion lights, ensure that they are rated for outdoor use and are protected from the elements. Outdoor rated fixtures are designed to withstand moisture, temperature changes, and other environmental factors. When installing motion lights, consider the placement of other electrical devices, such as outlets and switches. Avoid placing motion lights in areas where they could interfere with the operation of other devices. Use a level to ensure that your motion lights are installed straight and plumb. This improves the appearance of the installation and prevents the lights from casting uneven shadows. After installing your motion lights, test them thoroughly to ensure that they are functioning properly. Check the motion detection range, the light output, and the timing settings. If you encounter any problems, troubleshoot the installation and make any necessary adjustments. Educate yourself about basic electrical safety principles and practices. This knowledge can help you prevent accidents and injuries when working with electricity. Take a course on electrical safety or consult with a qualified electrician to learn more. Be aware of the potential hazards of working with electricity, such as electric shock, burns, and fires. Take steps to minimize these risks by following safety precautions and using appropriate equipment. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical work, seek professional assistance from a licensed electrician. It is always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to electricity. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous if not done correctly. By following these guidelines and taking the necessary precautions, you can help ensure the safety and success of your motion light installation.